Welcome to Hickman Fieldhouse out here in Columbia. Our junior varsity is up 39 to 12, and it's been a great game so far. We are sorry you did not get audio or a scoreboard for most of the half. We had a few difficulties, so we are sorry about that. But it has been a great game so far. Carter, anything you gotta say?
No, not really. Just it was. They started out really hot, and they're just putting it on them.
Yeah, and I forgot to mention, I'm Troy Huff,
And I'm Carter
alongside my
Fangro.
partner Carter Fangro, and it's actually pretty nice out today. So
Yeah, around 50 degrees.
yeah, and it's pretty nice in the gym. I mean, nice temperature. I mean, it looks like we will have Nash, Ruffin, Cubic, Ringgold, and Wood start out this second half for our Lady Eagles. But yeah, they've been very aggressive most of this game, knocking down all their shots, and that's just what's put them up by 27.
And their defense.
Yeah.
The defense has been on point tonight.
And we are both very excited to be seeing some good basketball out of these Lady Eagles, and hopefully you guys tune in to varsity and watch them get a win. So it looks like the Lady Eagles will get the ball to start off this second half. Wood will be passing it into Ruffin. Ruffin bringing down the ball. Up to Wood. Swinging it to Cubic in the corner. Over to Nash on the wing. Ruffin put up three, just off. And it will be a jump ball on the rebound. Kind of fumbled around right there. And luckily, Cubic got in there to get it to be a jump ball. We will have Zappian. Don't know if I said that right. Pass it over to Parcell. Adams with the ball on the wing. Out to Davis. To Zappian up top. And it will be out on number 24, 12 Mason. And that will be Lady Eagles ball, Ruffin bringing down. Nash with it on the wing, looking for somewhere to go with it. Ruffin wide open in the corner, just off. Davis gets the rebound. And there will be a foul called on Ringgold. Zappian bringing the ball down for the Q-Pies. I think that's how you say it. Never really seen that word. But Parcell with the ball up top, being pressured by Cubic and loses it. And it will be back and over, and that will be Lady Eagles ball. Ruffin bringing the ball down the court over to Wood. Down to Cubic in the paint. Just off. Mason with the rebound and passes it down to Zappian for the layup. And a nice put up by Zappian to get in there. Ruffin taking it up top. Cubic with the screen. Over to Nash. Nash to Cubic. Cubic. Nice shot by Cubic there for 2 more points for the Eagles. Zappian with the ball up top, passing it over to Davis, up to Parcell. Parcell looking for a drive, hands it off to Zappian, and she loses the ball but regains it. Davis up top, or Zappian in the corner, down to Parcell for a nice little layup. And we will have Ruffin bringing down the ball once again. Nash on the wing. Up top for the three, just short. And that will be Hickman's ball. Number 13, Mia Watkins checking in for number 24, 12 Mason.
So far, Hickman has been really good at passing the ball.
Yeah,
so far.
Great ball movement by Hickman, and that's what got them a few layups. And they're just trying to do anything they can to come back from this, but we'll have Watkins up top. Back to Watkins. Watkins looking for something in the paint. Drives and gets the and one. That foul call will be on Lexi Ringgold. And she will go to the line to shoot one.
That's 2 on Ringgold so far this half.
And just off for Watkins. Ringgold will get the rebound, but looks like Hickman tried to dive for the ball and dove right into Ringgold, and that will be a foul call on number 13, Mia Watkins. Ruffin over to Wood. Wood down in the paint to Ringgold. And that will be out on number 32, Georgia Davis. Ringgold tried to pass over to Kubik on the other block, and Davis just got a foot right in there. Pass into Ringgold on the wing. Up top to Ruffin. Wood over to Nash. Nash driving in and will draw the foul on number 3, Kaylee Adams.
Hickman is playing some tight defense this half so far.
Yes, very aggressive.
They're not letting them inside the paint.
We didn't really see them this aggressive in the first half, and they're definitely trying to change some things, but just too aggressive causes fouls. And a great defense by Watkins right there, not letting Kubik get that, and they will call the foul on Kubik after Watkins. I thought she just kind of fell, but I think there was a little bit of contact.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact.
So it will be Hickman's ball. Zappian will bring it down. Over to Watkins. Oh, Ruffin with the steal. Bring it down the court. And we'll just take it herself and get the and one. Adams was the one who fouled, and that will bring Ruffin to the line for one shot.
You just got to take advantage of those.
Yeah, I mean, she took it from one end to the other, so.
Yeah.
And got the and one, so great job by Ruffin right there. Her free throw will be good. 3-point play for Ruffin. Zappian to Parcell. Parcell bring it back up top. Over to Davis. Back to Zappian. Zappian just looking for some great defense by Kennedy Nash. And to Watkins up top. Adams over to Davis for the nice layup.
Great ball movement right there.
Ruffin kicks it out to Wood for the three, and it is good. And that will be a timeout for your Lady Eagles. And we'll be back after this break. We are back after that timeout by the Lady Eagles. Hopper with the rebound. Hopper looking for something. Out to Cubic. Cubic to Nash. Nash with the fake. Hopper driving for nice little rebound by Nash right there to get him another 2. And that will be a foul on Kennedy Nash.
After that timeout, Nixa, the Lady Eagles have really came out aggressive so far.
Yeah, and we will have Sam McLean checking in for Kennedy Nash. And our time in this third period is 56 seconds left. So this game is coming to an end. We still got one more period, but Lady Eagles are up by 29. Parcell with the ball up top. Hopper got a hand in there to break away the pass, but they will call a foul on Hopper. The pass was intended for Jada Lees. Zappian up top. I mean, this Lady Eagles defense is just making them work. Yeah, they're not getting easy shots up, and they will call a foul. Parcell goes up for a layup, and they call it on Gwen Cubic. And that will be her 3rd foul of the game.
Nixa's really making Hickman work for it right now.
And Parcell's first free throw will be good. And the second one will be good as well. And they are starting to press up on our Lady Eagles. Wood bringing the ball down. Drives in over to Cubic. The ball kind of tossed around, and that will be out on Cubic.
Great effort by Cubic trying to get that ball back in play.
Yeah, it was batted around quite a few times, and I did not know who it was out on. There's 8 seconds left. Hickman will get the last shot here. Unless Taylor Wood comes in, and they will call a foul on number 3, Adams. I think when Wood was going down to drive the ball down, she just got a hand in there and was a little bit too aggressive.
Yeah.
A little aggressive, and they will get the jump ball at the very end. And that will be the end of the third period. Lady Eagles 49, Hickman 22, and we will be back after this break. And we are back after the end of the third period, and we will have 7 minutes left of this junior varsity game. And Kennedy Nash and Lexi Ringgold have checked back in for our Lady Eagles. It will be Hickman's ball, it looks like.
Yep.
Oh no, Lady Eagles ball, sorry. McLean will bring it down. McLean to hop on the wing, Hopper on the wing, just off. McLean back to Hopper. loses the ball, throws it back into Ringgold. Just off. Rebounded by number 4, Jada Lees. Back to Hopper, and Hopper gets the and one. Great job by not giving up on that play by Hopper and just turn around and stealing the ball right back and getting the and one. And she will go to the line for one. And her free throw will be good to make it 52-22. The Lady Eagles will go up by 30. Zapien bringing the ball down for Hickman. Over to number 32, George Davis. Childs to Lees. To Childs up top. Just off. Parcell bobbles the rebound, and McLean somehow gets it to Hopper. Hopper driving, pulls up, just short. Kubik with a nice save over to McLean. McLean just loses the ball, but jumps on it. And the pass from Lees will be short, and Hopper will grab it. Hopper driving in and gets fouled and barely misses that layup, and she will go to the line to shoot two. And her first free throw will be good. Brooke Wheeler checking in for our Lady Eagles. And Hopper will put in her second free throw. Zapien bringing the ball down. To Parcell. Parcell back to Zapien. To Lees up top. Zapien in the paint to Parcell. Parcell driving back, and Ringgold will get that rebound. Hopper driving in over to Ringgold. Ringgold now driving in. Just to the right. McLean with the nice takeaway. Hopper just in and out. And it will be off McLean's foot. It was kind of like a dogfight down for the ball. Everyone was in the paint besides maybe like one or two players from the other team.
The amount of rebounds we have got is outrageous.
Yeah.
Allowing us to get those rebounds and putting the ball back up to scoring is a way that we are getting the points.
Yeah, and even just like even when Hickman gets the rebound, we rip it right out of their hands and put it back up for 2 points. Like, it's not like we get a lot of rebounds because of how tall our team is, but then the aggressiveness, if we don't get the rebound, just gives us even more points. Zapien up top for Hickman. Mason to Zapien. Now it'll be a foul on McLean while Zapien tries to drive on her. A little bit too aggressive right there, but I get it because you don't want them just driving in for the easy two, even if you're up by 32. But Zapien will go to the line to shoot two. Or one, my bad, one. Oh, 1 and 1, sorry. And she will get to shoot another. And the second one will be good for Zapien. 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in this junior varsity game between Hickman and Our Lady Eagles. Hopper driving in, dishes it to Ringgold. Fumbled around. Ringgold will reset us up top. Hopper driving in, pulls up at the free throw line, just off. Rebounded by Ringgold, and they will call a foul over her back. They were looking for a jump ball right there, but just a little bit too much contact there, and she'll go to the line for 1 and 1. Her first free throw will be good to give her another one. And that will be a timeout called on, I believe, Hickman. So we will be back after this. And we are back from that timeout, and we have Ringgold at the line. It's 55-24 with a minute and 25 seconds left. And Ringgold's second free throw will be good. Number 12, India Davis, will bring down the ball.
Another reason why Nixa's out by so much is that they're knocking down these free throws.
Yes, free throws are a big part in basketball. Every game I've watched, there's almost always free throws, and a few points can make the difference of a game. Maybe not in this one, but in most games they do. And we will have 55 seconds left. Davis trying to make a move on McLean. And McLean will get the steal, driving down on Hopper up top with the ball. We will have 30 seconds left. And it looks like they're just going to run out these 30 seconds, maybe. Yeah. Hickman will try to press up to just extend this game a little longer. 15 seconds left. Hopper's still with the ball up top, just kind of dribbling around to waste his time. And hands it off to Wheeler. We'll have 5 seconds left. And this game will come to an end. Great basketball by the Lady Eagles, winning this 56-24. And just all around great basketball. And stay tuned for the varsity matchup. It should be a good one. So we will be back.
determined, encouraging, funny, and always hype. Jocelyn is always optimistic. Dealing with her ACL circumstances, she continued being positive and showing up for her teammates and showing support for the team. Jocelyn Moore. Next we have Ella Rogers. Ella is accompanied by her parents, Hartley and Kim Rogers. Ella is a 4-year member of the Hickman girls basketball program and a 1,000 career point scorer. Ella says, "My favorite memory has been our team winning 4 tournament championships my senior year." Upon graduating from Hickman, Ella plans to attend Cambridge University, where she will participate in the Army ROTC program. Ella's teammates describe her as hardworking, kind, considerate, empowering, calm, and humble. When you meet Ella for the first time, you'll think she's shy or quiet, but she's the funniest and sassiest person you will ever meet. Number 12, Ella Rogers. Addie Schultz. Addie Schultz is accompanied by her parents, Angela and Martin Schultz, and her brother, Alex. Addie is a 4-year member of the Hickman girls basketball program. She says, "I don't have a specific favorite memory, but my favorite things about basketball here are all of the little moments, like bus rides, the locker room after a big win, and when we all get hyped up on the court after a big play."
And we are back here in Hickman, Columbia. We have the Lady Eagles playing the Hickman Cupies. Should be a great game. We are 5 minutes away. Both teams warming up, looking really good out there in warm-ups. And, I mean, this game should be a pretty close game. Hickman is at 16-4. Played one less game than Nixa, which Nixa stands 16-5 going into this game. So this should be a good one.
Yeah, I honestly cannot wait. They're both knocking down all their shots. Great pass from both teams. The communication right now is really, really well. Can't wait till it comes down.
Yeah, and as I said, I've watched the Lady Eagles play quite a bit this year, and they're a really great, like, all-around shooting team. They can knock down threes from anywhere, from 2 big steps back from the arc, or just right there, or even, like, heavily guarded. Like, we just have shooters, and our games just get carried away because of how solid this team is. We beat Carthage by, I want to say, almost 30 the other night, and which we did lose one of our starters, JC Bray. That is a key to our Lady Eagles varsity team, but I think they can overcome this. They also have Kinley Hammett out, but they overcame that too. So I think this is going to be the same situation. They adapt to who they have playing, and it's not like anyone on the bench isn't way better or way worse than anyone else. This is a very all-around solid Lady Eagles team. And they will be announcing the starting lineups just shortly. 3 minutes and 25 seconds till this game starts. So we will be back after those lineups.
Starting lineup for the visiting Nixa Eagles: Lily Bang, Sadie Conway, Allison Jones, Bill Teeter, and Heather Clark. And the starting lineup for your QBs: Jayla Griffin, Ella Rogers, Ashton Guzman, Soleil Simmons, and Abby Schultz.
And we are back moments away from tip-off. And your Lady Eagles will start out there with Lily May, Allison Jones, Nora Clark, Sadie Conway, and Brooke Teeter. Great starting lineup right there. And the QPs will have Jayla Griffith, Ella Rogers, Ashton Klusmeyer, Cyrase Stimmons, and Addie Schultz. Lady Eagles start off with the ball. Conway over to Teeter. Up top to May. Teeter to Clark. Clark for three. Just off. Rebounded by number 23, Cyrase Stimmons. And it looks like she tried to get it off Allison Jones, and it just drills her right in the face. Inbound to Teeter. Back to May. Conway to Clark. Clark in. Nice two by Clark.
Great drive in by Clark, seeing that hole and executing the job.
Griffith up top with the ball. Griffith driving in. Klusmeyer up top to Rogers. Rogers back with the ball. And they will call a timeout for injured player, Allison Jones. Layla Grant will check in for her. She got hit in the face with the ball earlier. And number 10, Jayla Griffith, will inbound the ball for Hickman. And they will call a foul on Sadie Conway, and that will send Ella Rogers to the line for two.
I didn't really see any contact. Both of her hands were up in the air.
Yeah, so they called the foul on her body, pushing into her instead of so much
yeah.
the hands. So
Yeah.
the first one will be good for Rogers. And she will drill the second one. May bringing down the ball with Conway. May over to Teeter. Teeter to Clark. Clark trying to get it to Grant, could not get it through. Griffith with the layup, and they will call a foul on Brooke Teeter. And that will send Griffith to the line for two.
Good communication by Hickman, getting that ball from our side down to their side that quick.
Yes, great passing, just right through our Lady Eagles defense. And her first free throw will be good. The second one is also good. May bringing down the ball. To Clark. Clark driving in. Out to Teeter. Teeter driving in. Out to Grant. Across the way to May for the three, and that is good.
Great vision by Grant, seeing May down at that on the wing,
Yes,
allowing her to sink that three.
yes, and we see that a lot with the Lady Eagles. And Hickman answers back. Ella Rogers with a three. And they call a travel on Clark. And now it will be the Cupies' ball. Griffith bringing down the ball with Klusmeyer. Klusmeyer with the ball up top. Down to
Great
Griffith.
playmaking by the Hickman right there.
Great back cut by Griffith right there to get that nice layup. And that will set them up to be up by 4. And we will see what our Lady Eagles can respond with here. May to Conway. Conway back. Clark up top. Conway looking to drive here. And she draws the foul on the ground. And that foul call will be on number 23, Cyree Stimmons. And that will be Lady Eagles ball under the basket. Clark to Conway, wide open. Just off. Great rebound.
Good shot by her.
Conway.
Yeah.
Griffith will have the ball up top for Hickman. Over to Klusmeyer. Up to Schultz. Over to Griffith. Schultz ditches it down.
Great defense
Just
by
off.
Grant.
And they will call the foul at the end. Ashton Klusmeyer will go to the line to shoot 2, and they call it on Grant. Klusmeyer's first is good. Karis Ferguson checking in the game. Second free throw just off. Ferguson bringing the ball down. And they will call Griffith for a reach right there on Karis Ferguson. That'll be Griffith's first foul of the game. Ferguson over to Teeter. Teeter across the way to Conway. Down to Clark. Clark just off. Teeter with the rebound and jumps on the ball. She kind of fumbled it and it fell, but she lucky enough to jump on it. And that will be a jump ball, and it will be the Cupies ball. And it will be a Lady Eagles timeout. And we will be back after this break. And we are back after that Lady Eagles timeout, and they will start to press up on defense. Griffith being trapped down at Lucy Elfrink is now in the game.
Good.
Great ball movement.
Yeah, great ball movement by the Hickman right there.
And that will get Stimmons a nice easy layup. Teeter driving in, loses it and tries to dish it to Clark, and that will be taken away and off the hands of Rogers, and that will be the Lady Eagles ball. That pass was just a little bit overthrown, or it could have led to a nice easy layup for Hickman.
Yeah, that was great vision by Griffin right there.
And Allison Jones will check in for Nora Clark, with Ferguson bringing down the ball. Ferguson looking for Grant. Jones up top, over to Conway. Conway hitting Teeter on the cut, just off. Rebounded by number 4, Lucy Elfrink, and they will call a foul on number 4, Layla Grant. Hickman's ball. Nora Clark will check back in for Layla Grant. Eagles keeping the press. Griffith over to Klusmeyer. Klusmeyer losing control of the ball, and it will be out on Klusmeyer. I mean, so far, the QBs have not done the best with this full court press and the pressure, and just threw the ball out right out of bounds right there. Clark up top. Over to Conway. Conway driving, dishes it out to Jones. Teeter to Clark in the paint. Clark with a nice move just off. And that will be out on the Lady Eagles. We have 3 minutes and 8 seconds left in this first period. Stimmons loses the ball, and Clark.
Great block by Clark there, allowing her to get the ball to put up that layup.
Yeah, just great defense all around, and this should keep the press because it's
working. Yeah, it's working.
So we will be back after this timeout. We are back. We will see if the QPs have a plan to break up this Nixa Lady Eagles press. Pass into Griffith. Griffith driving the ball down. Griffith, great defense by Ferguson. Dishes it to number 12. Klusmeyer with the rebound. And just bat away by May. May will bring the ball down now. Out to Clark. Clark down to Jones. Jones looking for a basket.
Great shot by Jones.
Great move by Jones, but they called a travel on Jones. It was a great move.
I didn't think it was a travel. She took 2 steps.
Yeah, Perryman did not think it was either. Everyone thought her pivot foot was down, but the ref says it was not, so it will be a travel. Griffith up top with the ball. Griffith just dribbling the ball up top. Griffith will take it to herself for the 3, just off. Klusmeyer tips the rebound up to Griffith. Griffith will drive, just off. And Elfrink will put it back in for 2.
Great rebound by her.
Yeah, Hickman got multiple rebounds right there, which led to those 2 points. And a steal by Griffith for the wide open layup. Now be another 2.
Great steal by Griffith.
Yeah, she kind of read that like a book and just put it right in for 2. May up top with the ball. Over to Ferguson on the wing. Ferguson bringing it back up top, hitting Jones. Jones with the fadeaway, just short. And Griffith will come away with the rebound. Passing it up to Klusmeyer. Klusmeyer passes it to Simmons. Out to Griffith. Back to Klusmeyer for the 3, and it is just off. Teeter with the rebound. Passes it up to May.
Great passing by the Cupids, making the Lady Eagles work for the ball.
I mean, this Lady Eagles, they just got 2 rebounds and tried to put them up, And their shots just are not falling. They both rolled like right off the rim. And that will be Celie Young checking in for Lily May, which looks like having a little problem with her hand. But Ferguson will inbound it to Clark. Clark making moves. In and out by Clark. And that will be rebounded by Eastman and passes out to Griffith.
Hickman is not making it easy for the Lady Eagles right now.
Definitely not, applying lots of pressure. And just Lady Eagles need to start making these shots.
Once they keep making these shots or try to make these shots, it'll start to be a closer
great game. Yeah. There will be 10 seconds left in this first period. Dishes it to Griffith in the paint, loses the ball. Rogers for three, tipped by Jones, and she shoots it behind her back. Lucy Elfrink did not have enough time, so she just went ahead and shot it behind her back, and that'll do it for the first period, 16-7 Hickman. We will be back after this period. And we are back. In case you missed us earlier, I am Troy Huff alongside my partner Carter Fangirl. And it looks like Hickman will start out with the ball to start off this second period. Griffith will bring down the ball for the Hickman Lady Cupies. Up to Schultz. Over to Rogers. To Klesmeyer in the paint. Out to number 23, Simmons. And it will be rebounded by Nora Clark. And there will be a foul call on number 12, Ella Rogers. And that will lead to the Lady Eagles bringing down the ball. Ferguson looking for Teeter. Teeter driving to Jones. Kicking it out to Conway. Conway looking for something. Conway dishes it to Teeter, and it's just right off the hands of Teeter. Kind of a hard pass for that close, but just right off the hands, and that'll be Hickman's ball. Simmons will get the ball. Trapped in the corner. Over to Klesmeyer. Klesmeyer back to Simmons. Up to Griffith. Rogers to Schultz. I mean, nothing you can do about that, really. That was just amazing ball movement by your Hickman Cupies. And just for them to adapt to that full court press so fast is just great coaching. And the Eagles will get the ball back. And it looks like Nora Clark has hurt her leg or ankle. That is not a good sight to see. She is a very key player to this Lady Eagles basketball team. This does not look too good.
Yeah, it does not
especially
look good.
After J.C. Bray and what happened to her during Carthage's game. And they will call a timeout. We will be back after this break. And we are back from that break. And we saw Nora Clark kind of walk over to the trainer. She was kind of stretching that leg or ankle out. I can't really tell. And she walked back to the bench. We will have May up top. May driving, kicks it out to Ferguson that was not really expecting the ball there. Conway will take it on the wing, dishes it to Jones. Jones will go up, and it's in and out. And Griffith will get the rebound. Looking up the court, but cannot find anyone. Finds Klusmeyer on the wing. Klusmeyer passes it off May's foot, and it will be out on the Lady Eagles because it just went right off May's foot. Nothing you can really do about that. Griffith will inbound the ball. Hits Rogers. Rogers will pass over to Simmons. Simmons looking to drive. Simmons out to Rogers, wide open for the three, and just off.
Great shot by number 12 right there.
Grant with a great rebound to May. May on the wing for three, just off. Jones with a great rebound. Tries to put it back up for two and just misses, but she will get fouled, and that will send Jones to the line for two. Jones's first will be good. We have 6 minutes left in the second period till halftime. Jones will put up her second free throw, and it will be good. Klusmeyer will bring down the ball for Hickman. Hands it off to Griffith, back to Klusmeyer. I mean, they're kind of just passing the ball around, trying to get some open shots and waste time at the same time. Klusmeyer will drive, dishes it to Schultz, and Schultz will be fouled on the ground. And I think that call will be on number 3, Lily May, and yes, it will. A little bit too aggressive, trying to swipe that ball out of Schultz's hands when she's going up for a putback, but... And Nora Clark will be in for Layla Grant. It is great to see her out on the court after she did not look like she was doing too great, but we are glad she is back in the game now. May will get a hand on it.
Still by May right there.
And Conway will get the layup, and it's just off. And they call a foul on Jones trying to rebound it. Her and Schultz kind of ran into each other. And number 4, Lucy Elfring, will sub in for number 44, Addie Schultz. The ball is overthrown. Klusmeyer overthrew Simmons, but Simmons will now come back the other way, pass it to Rogers for a nice little layup. I mean, the Lady Eagles got the steal. They just kind of passed it right back to Hickman, which does you no good. Young on the wing for 3, and it is good.
Great shot by Young, trying to get them back into this game.
Rogers in the corner over to Simmons to Klusmeyer up top. Back to Simmons. Simmons driving for the floater and puts in a nice little floater. They will go up 10 now on our Lady Eagles. Lily May bringing down the ball. Clark driving, pulls up. And it's, there we go.
Good movement by Clark there.
Yeah, it finally fell for her. I've
yeah.
seen it kind of like spin in and out multiple times, and that one finally falls for her. Klusmeyer bringing down the ball, driving aggressively, and will just put it right in for 2. Conway bringing down the ball. Driving, passes it out to Young. Back to May. Up top to Conway for 3, just off.
Yeah.
Simmons will pass it up to Rogers. Rogers for another 2.
Great pass by Simmons right there. He's looking at a different girl and passed it to the other girl.
Yeah, and May will just pull up right there, bang, for 3.
This is back and forth right now.
Yeah, it's very
Point after point.
fast-paced. Very fast-paced basketball right here. And it looks like Hickman will look to slow it down. Even though they've been getting most of the fast breaks, a good amount of their points are just off some nice simple layups, maybe with a little bit of pressure. And Simmons tries to drive, and Clark kind of holds her up, and she falls, and they will call a foul on Nora Clark. That's her first. We have 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. Karis Ferguson and Brooke Teeter will check in for Lily Mae and Allison Jones. And Simmons will go to the line for 1-1. And the first free throw will be good, giving her a second. That will put them up by 10 again. And the second one is good as well. Ferguson bringing down the ball with 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Ferguson driving. Great look by Ferguson, just a little too much, and they will call a foul on Schultz on the rebound. Oh, sorry, the foul is on Griffith, and that will be her second foul. So the Lady Eagles will get under the basket. Young tries to get it to Clark in the paint, but Elfrink kind of just kicks the ball away. She does not want that ball to go Nora Clark in the paint. And that will be a kick ball. Conway up top, over to Young. Young back to Conway. Conway just looking for Clark in the paint. Ferguson to Clark. Clark from the volleyball line, just off. Simmons with the ball up top. Griffith just kind of passing it around. Simmons will take the three. It's in and out. Young with a rebound. Ferguson driving, passes it out to Young. Young for three, just short, and that'll be out of bounds, and that'll be Hickman's ball. I mean, the Lady Eagles are not pressing up anymore after it seemed to work, but Hickman did kind of...
They figured out what they needed to do to get past that press.
And when they break up that press, they just...
It leaves one person down in the paint open every single time.
Yeah, and it's just nice, easy layups. We'll have 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. Griffith up top over to Eastman. Eastman kind of loses the ball but recovers. Griffith has the ball up top. Rogers back to Griffith. Over to Eastman for the three. And it is just off. And they will call a foul on number 12, Sadie Conway. Up on the rebound. She kind of grabbed her arm instead of the ball and brought them both down. A little bit aggressive, but
that's what you gotta do.
At least you're playing hard. If put all your effort out there.
That's all you can do.
Yeah, that's all you can do.
Effort.
That would be Conway's second foul, and this will bring 1-1. And Klesmeyer in and out, but Conway gets the rebound this time. Driving down, passes it out to Young. Just off.
Great
Conway with another rebound. And Schultz swatted it, but they will call a foul on Schultz. This Hickman crowd is not liking that call at all. They all believe it's a clean swat. I mean, I couldn't really tell from here, but if they call a foul, that's what it is. Conway misses her first free throw. This place is erupting after she misses it. That's how bad people think the call was. This place is super loud. And that's Schultz's second foul, by the way. And she gets... Conway gets leveled out by Eastman, and they will not call anything. I mean, that kind of just looked like she just pushed him. Griffith will take the ball up top. Over to Rogers to Eastman on the wing. Back to Griffith. Minute 30 left. Eastman for three. It's short. Teeter with the rebound. Passing it over to May. May will just pull up. Just off. Rebounded by Elfrink. Hands it off to Griffith. Griffith making it fast paced, and they will call a foul on Brooke Teeter. She tries to just get behind Griffith right there and just bat the ball out, but they call it a reach. So that'll send Griffith to the line for 2 free throws. I mean, these fouls are kind of killing the Lady Eagles. It's just sending them to the line every single time. And they fouled 9 times just in this first half. Griffith's first shot will be good. There's a minute 15 left before half. And the second one's just off. Teeter with the rebound over to Ferguson. Ferguson taking it up top. Teeter driving to Jones, back out to May. A minute left. Teeter tries to get to Jones. Klesmeyer says that's not happening. Griffith will draw the foul, and they call a block on Teeter. I mean, nothing else you can really do there besides try to get your feet set just in time, but I mean, they were both running down full speed, so that's kind of hard to do, and that'll be Brooke Teeter's 3rd foul of the game. Not good to be in foul trouble. And Griffith will drill her first first free throw. With 52 seconds left, Griffith will shoot her second free throw. And that one is just off. And it will be out on number 4, Lucy Elfrink. Ferguson and May will bring down the ball for the Lady Eagles. 50 seconds left to play. Ferguson looking for some out to Conway. May dishes it to Jones, and they will call a foul on Elfrink. A little bit too aggressive behind Jones, and that will bring Jones to a 1-on-1 situation. Jones will drill her first one and make it 30-18. Celie Young will check in for Sadie Conway. Rebound by Ferguson. She will bring it out. Passes it to May. Over to Young. Ferguson looking for something. 25 seconds left. They try to get it to Clark, and they call a foul on Young. She tried to reach in on, I believe it was Elfrink. And Elfrink is slow to get up. It looks like she kind of got hit in the face, but she will be good. But that will bring her to the line for a 1-and-1. 10 fouls this half. This aggressive Lady Eagles team is kind of falling apart just because of fouls. I mean, they play good defense, everything. They're just a little bit too aggressive. And the first one will be no good, but she will get a second because there are now 10 team fouls on the Lady Eagles. And her second will also be no good. There are 20 seconds left. Nora Clark will bring down the ball. Clark driving, step back. Just short, but they do call a foul on Klesmeyer. And that will bring Clark to the line for 2 with 11 seconds left. Clark's first will be off. I mean, these free throws are a big part of this game. They've both been to the line many times, and Hickman's just executing. And her second will be good. Simmons will bring down the ball, 10 seconds left, over to Klusmeyer. Probably getting the last shot. 5 seconds left. And the shot will be by Eastman, and it's off.
Just off. Great movement by the Hickman right there, trying to get one last shot in before the half.
I mean, this Hickman team has all the momentum. They're up by 11. And so far, they've just been making all their shots, all their routine layups, free throws, and that's what's really put them up in this game. And the Lady Eagles will just have a talk in the locker room to come back from this 11 points. It's not a huge gap that you just can't come back. So they're going to make up a new game plan, I believe, and I think it'll work good for them, get more open shots for them, and find out a defense that's just not too aggressive to where they don't send Hickman to the line so early in this game.
But that can still stop Hickman from making these points.
Yeah, so we will be back after half. And we are back after half. We will see if this Lady Eagles coaching staff has drawn up a great plan to come back from this. Sorry about the scoreboard. We were off one. I'm trying to run scoreboard and commentate right now. So that's why the scoreboard might be a little bit slow. But hopefully this Lady Eagles have it figured out and can come back in the 16 plus minutes of play. And the Lady Eagles will start out with the ball. May will bring it down. Over to Conway. To Grant. Out to Clark. Clark driving. Pulls up for a 2. Just off. Grant with a great rebound. Klesmeyer gets a hand in there. Simmons bringing down the ball. Simmons will pass it into Schultz. Out to Rogers for 3. A little bit too much on that one. Grant will pass it up to Conway, but it's just too high. She's running at the same time, and it's kind of hard to twist your body around, so she cannot get to that pass, and that'll be a turnover. Not a great start to this Lady Eagles offense.
They've just started with a lot of energy and just wanting to go, 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 and I feel like they need to slow it down just a little bit.
Yeah, and that can cause them to just get their plays down and just create open shots. We have Rogers with it on the wing, looking for Griffith. Griffith to Klesmeyer. Klesmeyer out to Schultz for a deep 2, just off. Passing it up to May. Great rebound by Layla Grant right there. Clark will drive. Great pass in between 2 defenders and will hit Grant for the nice layup.
That's what you got to do. Look for open people, give them the ball, and they just got to get the job done by making it.
Yes, this is a team game, and you just got to use your team to do your best. And Rogers will put up that 3, and it will be just a little too much again.
Both teams so far have put up really good shots.
Yes, good shot selection so far. And Conway will bounce it off the foot of Schultz, but May will recover. Clark will drive in. Nice look by Clark, and just short. And that is out on Schultz trying to get the ball back in. There are 3 of them, and it's kind of confusing for him. But it will end up being the Lady Eagles ball under their basket. There will be a timeout on the Hickman QP side, and we will be back after this timeout. And we are back from that Hickman timeout. It will be Lady Eagles ball under their own basket.
Good position to start off at after a timeout.
Yes. May with the ball up top, over to Conway. Conway looking for a shot. Will not take it. Passes it over to Grant. To Clark in the paint. Makes a nice spin move. Just off. And
hey. Got a little bit too aggressive there.
Yeah, aggressive between Rogers and Jones. She kind of put her in a headlock with her feet, and Jones started to freak out because who would want to be in a headlock between someone's feet or like legs?
Yeah, and she was like basically like kicking.
Lady
almost.
Eagles are not happy about that. That seemed very intentional, but I cannot call that for myself. That's just how I view it, and the referees will talk this over to see what shall happen, because Lady Eagles would have recovered that ball, but a kind of, I wouldn't say fight, but just a commotion broke out, which kind of caused the play to like
escalate.
stop. Like, the ball was still inbounds and everyone was just freaking out. So the ball just kept rolling by itself and no one ever picked it up, really. So you can't really tell what happened there. And that's what they're talking about. And they call a foul on Allison Jones. But then there was something else that happened. I think I missed it. And I think, oh, okay. So here's what happened. Allison Jones was called a foul because she initiated that, but then because Rogers escalated it and kind of put her in like a leg lock, she will get called for a tech, and we will have Nora Clark shooting these free throws. She missed her first and will drill her second, and it should be the Lady Eagles ball, which it is. So, outcome, Lady Eagles, Allison Jones gets a foul, but Nora Clark gets to put in a free throw and get the ball. Conway tries to get the pass in for Clark and passes it right to Hickman. Rogers, but then will foul her trying to get the ball back. Now it'll be Hickman's ball. I mean, this crowd is not helping with the intensity of this game. They're all yelling, screaming, and it's a pretty loud place, especially when something crazy happens. And that will be out on Hickman, and that'll be the Lady Eagles ball with 5 minutes and 23 seconds left to play in the third period. Lady Eagles down by 8, and we will have Karis Ferguson check in for Sadie Conway. Ferguson and May will bring down the ball. May trying to hit Clark, but just overthrows it. Kind of a tough play when you have to throw it right over his shoulder, kind of like a football.
It's got to be perfect, or,
yeah,
or the play's done.
Even if it is perfect, sometimes it just hits right off the hands, which it's great play call. It got her pretty open. It just has to be a perfect pass, perfect execution. So Rogers will have the ball up top, passes it over to Griffith, over to Simmons, to Schultz, to Klesmeyer, and that will be off. Grant with a great rebound right there. May will pass it up to Clark. Back to Clark. Clark will drive, and she will draw the foul on Klesmeyer. Klesmeyer's second foul of the game. Lady Eagles ball. Hits Ferguson. Dishes it to Grant, out to May for three.
Oh.
In and out. That's happened a
Great
lot this
look by
game, I
Grant,
feel like.
seeing that May was open right there.
And they call a body foul on Grant, and Rogers will drill it in to get the and one. I mean, Grant kept her hands up perfect, but since they were both just running, she kind of hit her body into her, and that's going to be called a foul all day. And that's her third foul, so Brooke Teeter will come in for Layla Grant. And Rogers will shoot one. Rogers' shot will be no good. Teeter with the rebound. Ferguson bringing down the ball. May to Clark up top. Clark up top. Out to Ferguson. Ferguson for three, just off. Great rebound by Jones. Will try to put it up. And they're just... Tries to put it up there. Kind of got blocked by two Hickman players. And then Teeter gets that rebound and tries to put it up and gets the foul called. Number 10 Jayla Griffith will be charged with the foul, and that will be her 3rd foul of the game. Teeter's first shot will be good. Celie Young will check in for Lily May. Teeter will drill her 2nd free throw to make it 32-24. Hickman up by 8. Simmons on the wing over to Klesmeyer in the corner. Klesmeyer will drive, gets the ball knocked away. Simmons will recover it.
Great defense by Nixa right now.
Griffith up top with the ball. Rogers looking for a 3, but then drives, passes out to Schultz. Nora Clark with the block. Will not let Schultz put that up. And it will be out on Schultz. I think Schultz tried to grab it back again and just tipped it right out, but she did not like that call for some reason. Ferguson will bring down the ball. We have 3 minutes left in this 3rd. And Nora Clark will draw the foul on Klesmeyer. The crowd is not liking that call at all. That will be Klesmeyer's 3rd foul of the game and will send Clark to the line for 2. 3 minutes left in this 3rd period. First free throw will be good. Her 2nd free throw will also be good. Griffith bringing down the ball. Over to Simmons on the wing. Simmons dishes it down to Schultz, back to Simmons. Griffith on the wing. Drives in, passes it out to Klesmeyer. Klesmeyer for 3, just off. Rebounded by Schultz. Another off again. Teeter tries to just get a hand in there on that putback, and they will call a foul on her. She did not like that because that will now be her 4th foul of the game. That is not good. And that will put Simmons on the free throw line for 2. And her first will be good. Sadie Conway will check in for Brooke Teeter. Simmons' 2nd will be good, making the score 34-26. Hickman. Nora Clark driving in, pulls up at the free throw line and just drains it for 2. Great look by her, seeing that's wide open, and she can just drive up real quick, step up, and hit that 2. We have Griffith up top, pass it over to Rogers, down to Klesmeyer, back out, and it's tipped off of Rogers. A little too high of a pass by Klesmeyer, and that will be Lady Eagles ball.
Great period by the Lady Eagles right now. They're slowly making the score a little bit closer.
Yeah, we went from 11, and now they're only down by 6. That's a 2-possession game. Pass is tipped away. It will be Ferguson and Rogers. Rogers will just back it out. Rogers up top. Minute 50 left. Griffith driving in, looking for someone to pass to. Simmons up top with the ball, trying to drive. Passes out to Klesmeyer. And Klesmeyer will drain the 3.
The Lady Eagles does not want them to get inside the paint. They're just allowing them to shoot these 3s. And
Klesmeyer, that's her 3rd 3 I think she's taken wide open, because the Eagles are just so worried about in the paint, and she just finally drills one. And Karis Ferguson drove and got a foul call, and so that will send her to the line for 2. And she will hit the first one. Minute 30 left in this 3rd period. 37 to 29, 8-point difference. And Karis Ferguson barely misses her second free throw. Simmons bringing the ball down. Simmons on the wing, passes it over to Eastman. Eastman to Klesmeyer, back to Rogers. Rogers will take it herself in the paint and get it in for 2. And that's a 10-point lead now with a minute left in the third period. Conway driving in, dishes it out to Jones. Jones will hit a spin move, and it is good.
Great move.
That spin move allowed her just enough space to get that shot up and put it right in for 2. We have 40 seconds left. Pass out to Simmons. Simmons for the deep 2. Just off. Ferguson will come up with the ball. Ferguson driving. Just off. Simmons with the rebound. It'll be a 2-on-3, Simmons and Rogers. And they will just pass it out to Eastman. Klesmeyer passes it into Rogers. And that will be hit off of Rogers' hands out of bounds. So that will be the Lady Eagles ball. Lily Mae checking in for Karis Ferguson. And Jorah Parcell will check in for Ashlyn Klesmeyer. Great drive by Nora Clark to get a nice little layup, a little bit contested. Just a great shot all around. And that will be the end of your third period.
Great period by the Lady Eagles, slowly closing the lead of the
gap.
score, the gap of the lead or whatever.
It is now a 6-point game. The Cupies are up on the Lady Eagles by 6, 39 to 33. The Eagles have definitely changed something because they were down by 11. Now they're only down by 6. And hopefully they can change even more to just overcome these 6 points and take the lead on the Cupies. And we will be back after this break. We are back. We will start the fourth period. 8 minutes, well, probably a little over 8 minutes left till this game is over. 6-point game. It's been a pretty great game so far. Very aggressive on both sides. Great crowd here tonight. We will have Eastman on the wing. Passes it down to Schultz. Back to Eastman. Rogers with the ball on the wing. Klesmeyer at the free throw line. Simmons up top. Klesmeyer for 3 in the corner. And that's just off. Schultz tries to put it back up. Great rebound. Nora Clark just gets a little too aggressive. And that will be a foul on Nora Clark. That will be her second. And that will send Schultz to the line for 2. I mean, these fouls are kind of killing the Lady Eagles. I don't even know how many points are just off free throws alone.
I would say
well
probably
over,
about half.
Yeah.
Half the points.
And that free throw is no good by Schultz. But they've been drilling their free throws. And just, it's been a game changer. And the second one will be good for Schultz. May will bring down the ball. 7-point game. 7 minutes and 20 seconds left. Nora Clark, no good. Jones, no good. Schultz with the rebound, passes it up to Rogers. Rogers on May, passes it to Eastman, and Eastman gets it in for the nice layup. Great job by just seeing Eastman coming in right there. Conway driving in, looking for two, just off. Simmons with the rebound. Way up to Klusmeyer. Simmons back with the ball. Oh, nice pass by Schultz, and it's just off for Klusmeyer's three. That was a quick, she barely even caught it, just dished it out.
That was great eye-looking by Schultz, seeing Klusmeyer on the wing to shoot that.
And I'd like to mention, these Nixa parents, great, there's so many of them here. Like, it's crazy for being 3 hours away. This many showing out is just a huge thing. Not only to like just the girls, but everyone around. It really shows the Nixa community. And we fill up a big section here at Hickman High School. And I mean, we're in Columbia. Like, that's a pretty far drive for, especially living in Nixa.
Like covering a quarter of the gym.
Yeah,
about.
Like they're 3/4 of the gym, but they live here, and they're not 3 hours away. And our crowd's just been great tonight. Nixa fans.
Full of support.
Yes, very supportive. Cheering every time we get a score. Just keeping our girls up and to make sure they're not out of this game, because this game's not over. Yeah, this game's
not over
7-point
until
game.
the final buzzer rings.
Just great job by everyone coming out, and even if you couldn't come out, watching on the stream is still a big deal, because you're still keeping up with our Nixa sports and our Lady Eagles basketball. And just thank you to everyone. And this timeout will be done here in a second. And it will be Hickman's ball. .42-35, 6 minutes left. Both teams have 5 fouls. Simmons with the ball on the wing. Out to Simmons in the wing for three is good. That will make it a 10-point game. Conway looking for some just wide open jumper, and she banks it right in.
Like, if you get those like round the free throw, like, why wouldn't you take it?
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna leave that open for you. Put it right in. Like, we'll take as many points, and it's a fast way to score. You just step up, shoot it. Step up, shoot it. So we'll take it, but I guarantee they will not let that happen for much longer. A great job by Teeter getting in there between the pass to Klusmeyer, and that will create a jump ball, which will give the Lady Eagles the ball. Great job by Teeter right there. Ferguson bringing down the ball. We'll pass it over to Nora Clark. Clark looking to make a move on Klusmeyer. Makes a great move and puts it in for two. Little sidestep to create space and just get her a nice little jumper for two. And it will be 5 minutes left in this game. Rogers looking to take a three, does not take it. Passes it back out to Klusmeyer. Griffith up top, over to Simmons. Simmons down to Klusmeyer, back to Simmons. Up top to Griffith. I mean, they're just kind of passing it around right now. The most time you can kill, the better. I mean, you're up 6 points. You don't want to just turn the ball over. Smart passing. I mean, it's really helpful for your team. And that's what we see here by Hickman.
Gives the other team less opportunities to score. So
yeah, the more time they waste, the less time the Eagles have. But the Eagles are starting to press up very aggressively, but they just cannot foul. Great job by Teeter right there. to stay straight up and down to not get that foul call and causes Klesmeyer to miss. Ferguson just misses her layup. Look pretty contested. And Sadie Conway will enter the game for Celie Young. An Eagles ball, it was out on Schultz. We have 4 minutes left in this game. 6-point game, Eagles ball. I mean,
good defense by Schultz there.
Yeah, probably not the best pass by May. I know we want to get it to our playmaker, Nora Clark, but she had Schultz and Klesmeyer on her. And maybe just since you see she's double teamed, pass it to someone along the perimeter to get yourself a nice open three.
Because if there's 2 people on Clark, that means 1 person was open.
It's Conway with a nice drive, and Schultz just levels her out to the ground. But Conway will get to go to the line for it, so.
We'll take that. We'll take every opportunity we get.
And it also puts Schultz at 3 fouls. Conway's first will be good. I mean, I know that fall hurt.
Oh, yeah.
She just ran right into her and just hit the floor hard. The second one will also be good. And she's back on the floor.
That's like the second time she's gotten pushed over.
Yeah, by Rogers. Griffith up top with the ball. Kind of loses it. Will recover, and that will cause Hickman to call one of their timeouts. So not too bad of a deal. Pressure applies common errors, like baseball. But we will be back after this Hickman timeout. And we are back at Hickman High School. 3 minutes, 43 seconds left. It is a 4-point game. Sorry about the scoreboard on our live. It is a 4-point game. Hickman's ball. Pass to Simmons up top. Simmons just looking for something. Very aggressive defense by this Lady Eagles. Klesmeyer up top with the ball, trying to get away from Ferguson. No. Simmons will pass it to Klesmeyer. Great defense by Teeter. I mean, these sophomores that are in the game are just very quick, and that's just very beneficial on defense. And there will be 3 minutes left. Griffith will have a nice drive for 2. I mean, nothing you can do about that drive.
They opened up the box. She just drove in.
And Ferguson will now drive and put it in for 2.
She just did the same thing.
2 minutes, 45 seconds left. Lady Eagles looking for 2 turnovers and some points. Playing very aggressive and good defense right now. I mean, they're getting them to fumble the ball around, and just one of these times eventually.
Making them work for it.
Yeah. They are not going to let Hickman just have it easy. Griffith with the ball. And that will send Griffith to the line, I believe, for a 1-and-1. They got it wrong. It is not a 1-and-1, and Simmons will just pass it in. Celie Young is in for Karis Ferguson. 2 minutes and 13 seconds to play. This game is slowly coming to an end, but it is definitely not over. And Teeter gets a hand in there, but just recovered by Rogers. And they will foul Klesmeyer to shoot a 1-and-1. Klesmeyer will go to the line, up by 5, or 4, sorry. Klesmeyer will hit her first free throw. Make it a 5-point game now. I mean, this game's going to be within 2 possessions after this free throw, no matter what. And there it is. 6-point lead now. Just makes it harder for the Eagles because they have to get.
They got to score quick and stop them.
And Teeter with a nice rebound off of Clark's layup, missed layup, and she just puts it in for 2. And that will bring us to a Nixa Eagles timeout. And we are back. 1 minute and 55 left to play. Both teams are in a 1-and-1 situation. And it will be Hickman's ball. Lady Eagles pressing up on Hickman. And they call it another timeout. Or, sorry, not another timeout. Hickman calls a timeout. And there is a minute and 47 seconds left in this fourth period. 1 minute timeout for both the teams. It is a 4-point game. I mean, this Lady Eagles defense is just trying to be as aggressive as they can, and it's working out, but the QBs just keep passing it around and somehow ending up with the ball when it's tipped. It's just going in their favor. And
they can't really do anything about that.
Yeah, I mean,
they're playing as hard as they can.
It's going to come down to free throws, like I said earlier.
Yeah.
Because they're up by 4. If you send them to the line and they drain 2 free throws, they're up by 6. That's 2 threes that you have to make quick. Or you can go for a 2, but then you have to have at least another 2 possessions.
You got to steal the ball.
So it's just a sticky situation for the Lady Eagles, and these coaches will do their best to get them out of this. We are coming out of this timeout. Again, we have 1 minute and 40 seconds left here. 49-45, QBs are up, and it is also QB's ball. Griffith will pass the ball in. Hits Klesmeyer. Passes it off to Griffith, goes for the 2, calls a foul from across the court, and that will send Griffith to the line for 2. Griffith can put the Lady Eagles in a sticky situation here if she drains both of these. And her first will be good. Make it a 5-point game. Griffith's second shot will also be good. 51-45, Karis Ferguson will check in for Sadie Conway, which does not look like she's doing well either. It looks like she is hurt. She is going to go see the trainer, it looks like, for something in her leg maybe. That is not looking good. Lady Eagles would do their best without her, of course. Young to Ferguson, trying to look for a 3, but Ferguson tries for the 2. Just miss. And they will foul Schultz. So Schultz will get to go to the line to shoot 1 and 1. And the bad thing for the Lady Eagles about this is Nora Clark's at 3 fouls now. Foul trouble. But not even that is the bigger thing is they have 19 team fouls. So that means the next foul, they get 2 free throws no matter what, which that's a huge deal. And Schultz in and out. And that is very good for the Lady Eagles right there. That missed free throw.
Yes, it is.
And May will just pull up real quick, just off. And Griffith will get the rebound out of the 3 Lady Eagles. And they call a charge. Or no, sorry, not a charge. They just called Brooke Teeter out of bounds when she was touching the ball. So that would be Hickman's ball. They foul Griffith. Minute 12 left. 51 to 45. Lily May now has 3 fouls. I mean, we have 3 people in that are in foul trouble. It's this end of the game is going to come down to fouls. So that is not too great for the Lady Eagles. And this will send her to the line to shoot 2. And the first one is no good. Making this game interesting, keeping it a 2-possession game so far. And that one's no good either. And Ferguson ends up with the rebound. A minute left to play. Nora Clark will just pull up. Misses. Schultz will rebound over everyone. And Nora Clark will get the foul off before Klesmeyer takes it down for a nice, easy layup. So that will now send Klesmeyer to the line for 2. These free throws are very essential for Hickman because if they made all their free throws so far that they've had just in this last 3 minutes, that one's good for Klesmeyer. If they made all these free throws from the last 3 minutes, this game wouldn't be near as close.
Yeah, yeah.
If they just make them all, this game's 10, 13-point game. Nora Clark passes it to Ferguson. Deep 3, short. I mean, nothing's falling for our Lady Eagles right now. And Klesmeyer will just get the nice, easy layup. Up by 10, Hickman. 40 seconds left. Eagles looking for something to happen. Clark just misses. Ferguson with the rebound. Looking for someone to take a 3. Klesmeyer breaks up the pass to Young, but that will be out on her. This game is just slowly going downhill for the Lady Eagles. 28 seconds, they need 10 points. Cannot foul, really, because that just sends them to the line to shoot more free throws. And they'll just get the nice, easy 2. Great pass by Nora Clark, seeing Karis Ferguson there, open on the block. But this Lady Eagles team does not give up, which they shouldn't because they can come back.
You never know.
Yeah, anything's possible. And it's been a great game. They're very competitive. I know a lot of those girls, and they will not give up till that
final buzzer.
Yeah, if they're down by 30, I guarantee they're not giving up. Just because this situation, it's not just because of the situation.
Doesn't mean you give up.
You always get better by playing your hardest. And
that is how you get better.
Yeah, and even if you don't come out on top of this game, you know what you have takeaways. So you know what to get better on, what to fix, how to improve.
And what you did good. And
yeah, and teams that go win state championships, they learn from
their mistakes.
Yeah. So I'm not saying a state championship team that wins it goes undefeated so they never learned a lesson. They still get takeaways from games you win, but I believe that you get more takeaways from games that you lose. Because there's just more mistakes in those games and just maybe not the best game. But this game is not over yet. 23 seconds left. It's an 8-point game. the pass into Rogers, and they will foul Rogers before they can get Schultz down there for the easy layup, and that'll bring her to the line for 2. Rogers to the line to shoot 2 with 21 seconds left. Rogers first will be good. 56-47. And will miss her second one, but Klusmeyer gets the rebound, and they will call a foul when it looked like they were going for the jump ball that time.
Yeah.
But since they're so used to just calling them fouls, they called
to her.
it. And Brooke Teeter will foul out of this game, which that foul was needed. You needed to foul there. You can't have them waste any more time, so you can't really blame her. Layla Grant will check in for her. It is a 9-point game. We have Klusmeyer at the line for 2. 18.5 seconds left. And that will be good. 10-point game. Hickman is now up by 11 with 15 seconds left. And that will be a foul call on Klusmeyer. Nora Clark will go to the line. I mean, I hate to say it, but this game is over at this point. It's an 11-point game. The Lady Eagles tried their hardest. They just made a little too many mistakes, which I believe they will not make these mistakes the next game they play, because that's just this kind of team. They're going to work hard in practice.
They're going to get back to Nixa.
Yeah, and just practice. Work on what they were messing up on. Like, they're definitely not going to just let this down and be like, oh, it's a loss. Like, they're obviously going to move on, but they're going to focus on this loss before they move on and make sure they don't make these mistakes going forward. And hopefully it gets them far. And they do not know what. Oh, okay, so they pulled out their starters, or most of their starters, it looks like. 1 or 2 of them, which I believe. Yeah, so Addie Schultz checked out, and it is their senior night, so that's what just happened. And that will be game 58-49. Your Eagles will go down. But
even though we didn't win, the Lady Eagles gave it their all. They didn't quit to the last buzzer, and that's all you can do.
yeah, like, I mean, they started out very slow in this game, which is probably what hurt them the most, because they needed to start out hot like they normally do. And it just didn't really happen. But also their shots kind of weren't falling, and they were getting their defense picked apart. So I think if they just fix those things, they can easily beat this Hickman QB's team.
Easily.
So I'm Troy Huff. This is my partner, Carter Fangro, and we are signing off.